Right, today's endorsement of Uhuru Kenyatta as Jubilee's presidential flag bearer makes it Uhuru's second attempt at the presidency. Uhuru first reigned for the presidency in 2002. That was after the then president Daniel Arap Moi chose him as his preferred successor. He lost that bid to Mwai Kibaki. In 2007, Uhuru stayed away from the race to State House and instead supported Kibaki's re-election. 2013 will be Uhuru's second bid at the presidency as he hopes to become Kenya's fourth president. But even as he hopes to be the next occupant of State House, Uhuru knows that the charges against him at the ICC will be a ghost that will follow him to his campaigns. He is accused of bearing the greatest responsibility for the 2007 post-election violence. Question is, will he become the next president and occupy the seat that his father, the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, once occupied? That is a question that can only be answered in March 2013. Now, when the then president, Daniel Arap Moi, chose him as successor in 2002, Moi was forced to defend Uhuru Kenyatta from criticism that he was far too young and far too green to take over State House. But today, Uhuru is one of the most popular politicians and one of the front-runners in the race to State House. KTN now looks back at the metamorphosis of Uhuru Kenyatta, as brought to you by Aaron Ochieng.
His name stands out from the rest of the presidential candidates. Born in 1961, the son of Kenya's first president was given the name Uhuru, which is a Swahili word meaning freedom. He was given this name just 2 years before Kenya got freedom from the colonialists. Educated at the prestigious St. Mary's School and later Amherst College in the United States, Uhuru Kenyatta's name came to the limelight towards the end of former President Daniel Moi's presidency, when he was unsuccessfully groomed to be president after Moi's retirement. Since then, Uhuru has been a household name in the political arena, and the highest political hat that Uhuru has won is after the last general election, when he was appointed the Deputy Prime Minister, an appointment that was handed to him by President Kibaki, despite Uhuru being a member of KANU. Analysts believe that the Uhuru that was introduced to Kenyans by Moi in 2002 and the Uhuru that is running for the presidency in 2013 are two different people.
From the time he lost 2002, and I think possibly even from the time he also lost in 97 in Gatundu, I think he started seeing, we must have gone back and started seeing, where did I go wrong? What is it that I didn't do right? And in both elections that he lost because he was somebody else's candidate. He was not his own candidate, so to speak.
When Uhuru Kenyatta was growing up as a little boy, I believe the wazir around him convinced him that his father is one who invented the presidency. So for him then, the presidency became like a toy. This kind of toy that you play around with. After all, this is my father who invented this presidency thing that is a toy for me to play around with. Uhuru is doing this as a game.
Against the expectations of many, he ditched his father's KANU and went against the odds to form the National Alliance TNA.
Uamuzi wa kuchagua ubaki na Wakenya na mikononi ya Wakenya. Wale wetu wengine wa kule nje, tafadhalini wachague viongozi wao huko. Wakitaka kufanya kazi na sisi, tuko tayari kufanya kazi na hao. Kama hawana haja na sisi, sisi pia hatuna haja na hao.
Then there is a bigger and perhaps the real obstacle, the pending trial at the ICC against Uhuru for crimes against humanity facing him and 3 other Kenyans.
Kama Uhuru ni rais, sawa sawa, tuungane tuendelee tufanye kazi. Tusije hapa kuambiwa kila siku, oh unajua sasa hawa wameshikana, wengine wanataka kwenda huku nini.
It is perhaps his confidence to take on the likes of Raila head-on, his perceived control of the populous Kikuyu vote, and his ability to make inroads in other communities that has signified a more resonant Uhuru Kenyatta, far from the man who was a greenhorn politically 10 years ago. There is no doubt that he is a major player in the Kibaki succession, and perhaps one of the biggest challenges to Prime Minister Raila Odinga's State House bid.
Uhuru has learned from Ruto that if you go and try to bembeleza Mzee Kibaki, hey man, give it to me, Kibaki will not do it. So instead of slaughtering that goat, Uhuru has gone and he's grabbed it from Kibaki and is running with it.
He's a politician, despite having the privileged background of being a son of a former president who has not, he has never suffered in any way, you can say, and he's also from an extremely wealthy family. But he is able, if you find him addressing hawkers, let's say in the Gikomba market, he is able to articulate truth. He can talk to them in a language that they feel actually this guy understands us.
Uhuru will be banking on William Ruto the same way he did in 2002 to secure the massive Kalenjin votes. The tides have changed now. There will be no Moi, and Musalia Mudavadi, who was his running mate then, is playing in another team. And the opponents have changed too, making the game more competitive and unpredictable for the son of Jomo to have a smooth ride to the house on the hill. Aaron Ochieng for Succession 2013.